Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. This is HD, and I'm back at you guys for another HD commentary. Currently, I am at MLG, as I said before, and this is a rebroadcast of the IPL TV games that went up on Thursday. But never fear, these games were very, very good. As you guys have probably seen already from the last couple ones I uploaded, all very close and exciting. And I think the last ones have been pretty macro-heavy. So hopefully this one will be a nice change of pace. We may see some quickness, we may see some more macro awesomeness, but one thing's for sure, we are gonna see the fan favorite, the crowd favorite. The little one is back. After suffering a little bit of carpal tunnel syndrome, his doctor told him to quit Starcraft 2, but like any good athlete, when your doctor tells you to stop doing something, do you do it? No, you don't. The little one is back. He's showing everyone in the world that, you know, despite whatever problems he may have had medically, he is still a very, very good StarCraft 2 player. At least I hope he is. You guys all remember TLO, man. He was the bomb, and he still is. And he is going to be the blue Terran player at the 12 o'clock position here on Metalopolis. And his opponent going to be Beautiful. Not entirely sure who Beautiful is, but he is going to be the red Protoss down here at the 6. Going to be a cross-spawn Terran versus Protoss for you guys. And I'm pretty excited. I'm excited because it's the little one. He's pretty awesome. He's pretty cool. And the reason why he's been so good all around is just, and so popular is because he's such a creative player. And one thing he does so good is nuclear missiles. I think he's like the pioneer of nukes. When everyone else isn't using nukes, TLO is. And when other people, even when they are using nukes, they always use it when they're either way behind and they're just trying to mess around, or when they're way ahead and they're just trying to taunt your opponent, the opponent. But TLO actually makes nukes work in a real game, and he actually wins because of the nuke, not win and then use a nuke. And apparently he's also a big food guy too, because he's still staying out there in Europe, and apparently he's living out with Nazgul right now, and he doesn't want to leave because apparently Nazgul's girlfriend's a pretty good cook. I'm a little sad, you know. I'm a pretty good cook too. I would love to have the little one live with me, but unfortunately I'm probably not as attractive looking as Nazgul's girlfriend. Oh, TLO there getting a quick probe kill right there. Pretty good, deny the scout right away. Yeah, so I'm glad that TLO is getting back on the healthy track and things are going good for him. You know, everyone was so worried for a moment there. You know, is he going to quit pro gaming? Is he going to be able to continue his career? He's made so much in StarCraft 2. He's gotten his name out there. And he's just become, you know, a celebrity almost overnight, so to say. And it would be such a shame if he had to leave because of, you know, a small medical condition such as, well, I hesitate to say small. I know carpal tunnel is a serious thing, you know, and it would be such a sad story if he couldn't play anymore. But he is back here. He is once again practicing. Apparently, as you guys read in the chat earlier, TLO will be going to MLG. That's doubly exciting for me because I love the little one, man. He's awesome. Can't wait to meet him there. I love meeting him in person every single time. And yeah, we're in store for a pretty good TVP, I would imagine. The little one has opened up with Barracks Factory, and it almost seems like he's saving up for a command center. There we go. So he is going to be going for Barracks CC, or Barracks Factory CC. And this allows him to get a little bit more early fodder units out to protect his natural expansion. In general, just a slightly safer build than the barracks into command center. And I think on a map like Metalopolis, I guess the little one decided, you know, rather than going for that risky barracks into command center, it's very hard to hold a 4-gate on this map with just that. So maybe I'll get a factory first to get some Hellions out. So just a little bit more of a precautionary opening here. The Protoss, on the other hand, has opened up with what seems to be Nexus right after Gateway. So Beautiful taking a much more aggressive stance when it comes to this to the economy. Really wants to get that Nexus running up right away. And the little one, surprisingly here, deciding to throw down 2 bunkers. That's a little interesting. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the little one's scared that this is like a fake Nexus or something and it's going to get canceled and he's going to get 4-gated. But I highly doubt that. I mean, not many players really do that. That's really a super all-in kind of a build. And yeah, Beautiful has allowed the Nexus to go up, so he is gonna, you know, play a macro game. But very interesting that TLO is deciding to throw up 2 bunkers. Now, of course, remember, bunkers can be salvaged. They will recuperate the minerals later on in the game, but the 100 minerals you invest now is worth a lot more than the 100 minerals that in the future that you may get back from a salvage. Simply because, you know, it's like the real world, man. Any money today is worth more in the future. No, that's not the real reason why. The real reason why is, of course, your minerals are much more limited in the early game than they are in the late game. And those 100 minerals could be more SCVs or, you know, more early game units. Now, it does look like a random stalker gonna run up here and immediately sees the 2 bunkers and decides, whoa, 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 whoa. I will not run into that. That's definitely not gonna be penetrable at all. Meanwhile, though, TLO gonna be able to come in here with a couple of Hellions. Maybe gonna get a probe kill. Yeah, really nice there. Gets a single probe kill and he micros his Hellions out there. Beautiful control by the little one. Still got it, I see. And oh no, beautiful right there. He had a chance to kill off those Hellions. If he had been paying attention, he could have at least picked off 1 Hellion, but he wasn't. And those Hellions were able to get out of there, and they will be repaired back over at the little one's main. And oh, surprise of surprises, we have a little bit of a ghost action going down here. Very quick ghost coming out for the little one. Hey, we may just yet see some nuclear action here. TLO, always a big proponent of nuclear proliferation, and you know, I'd be quite surprised if he. Actually, I wouldn't be really that surprised if he decided to go for nukes. So that option is definitely a possibility for TLO. Right now, though, he is focused on getting the stim pack and concussive shell upgrades. Seems like he wants to play a pretty standard Marine Marauder style game against the Protoss. Beautiful, also playing a very standard style, throwing up a bunch of gateways, and also already going for that Colossus technology. Let's go ahead and check over to the player's APM tab. So if we switch over to Beautiful's point of view here, he is currently focusing on getting out those sentries. Very early, very late sentries, I might add. Those sentries are coming in really late, and really the reason for that is because Beautiful decided to go for the 1-gate Nexus rather than a 3-gate expand. So you do sacrifice those early sentries, and I guess, you know, the problem with that is you won't have force fields in the later portions of this game, and on top of that, he actually warped in a sentry and it ended up dying right there. So yeah, his sentry count really, really low, and that can come to haunt him later on. But I'm sure he's going to start to add on more as time goes on. Now, if we switch over to the little one's point of view, he is pretty much fully focused on macro right now. He has thrown up another command center, as you guys can see on the mini-map. Let's go ahead and switch back to all view. And I like this CC, you know, he sent in those Hellions, and he scouted the fact that Beautiful doesn't have that big of an army, and Beautiful was warping in a sentry right there. So from that, TLO has deduced that, okay, Beautiful is not going for any kind of a 2-gate timing attack. He's probably playing some kind of a macro game, and he's going to try to get a third base. On top of that, this is cross positions, so even more likely that Beautiful is going to be going for a macro game. So TLO says, aha! I will outlevel your playstyle by going for a very, very fast command center. In fact, faster than your Nexus. And so he's actually, what he's trying to do is basically outplay his opponent. And you know, this is just how the players think at a very, very high level. And I'm really happy that TLO is, you know, it seems like he's really on 100% of his game. I haven't seen really any mistakes so far. Everything's looking very crisp, very clean. No issues at all, no blunders, and I hope the playstyle continues. Now, Hellion has run in here, has scouted Beautiful's third Nexus coming up, and Beautiful right now doesn't really have that big of an army, kind of surprisingly small, if anything. And he's also getting blink for his stalkers in the meantime, but his army looks, you know, it looks a little measly, and rightfully so. A Protoss player who's, you know, going for this third Nexus isn't going to have that big of an army until the third Nexus really gets mining going. Nice little flamethrower Hadouken burst right there. TLO obviously was waiting in the corner for a while for more probes to come. Unfortunately, he only got one, but he'll take what he gets, and he will go ahead and hightail it out of there for now, as the Stalkers have come in to defend. Now, The little one does have a starport, and he's producing Vikings 2 at a time out of the starport. Really smart play right here. You know, in general, Terran players want to either go for getting a bunch of Vikings out or getting units like Ghosts to deal with Templars. And Protoss players have two playstyles that work really well against Terran Bioball. That is the Colossus playstyle or the Charge Lot Archon Storm playstyle. And so Terran players have to figure out what the Protoss is doing, and they have to plan to use their gas accordingly. Either they're going to invest their gas into Vikings or they're going to invest their gas into Ghosts. And obviously Vikings are for Colossus and Ghosts are for, you know, Charge Lot Archon. So TLO has seen a couple of Colossus, and he's decided, okay, based on that, I'm going to go ahead and go for my Vikings. And that's just, you know, really smart strategy in general. In fact, he's producing Vikings 4 at a time right now. However, it seems that Beautiful has cut Colossus production entirely. Look, he's not producing a single Colossus, and he's actually going for ground weapons level 2 and Psionic Storm as well as Charge. So Beautiful here trying to out-level the leveler himself, the little one, and he's trying to, you know, I guess you could say outthink him, and he's thinking, you know, hey, I have already revealed my Colossus, I've got observers all over the map, and I see, okay, you're building a lot of Vikings, so I'm going to switch up my composition, and I'm going to go for Charge Lot Archon. And this could prove to be pretty devastating to the little one because, well, he doesn't have excess Vikings. I guess it's not going to be too bad. I thought maybe he had more Vikings than that, but he's got just enough Vikings to deal with the number of Colossus that Beautiful has. And TLO does have Ghosts in the mix as well. So, wow, TLO really smart here. Hasn't fallen for the bait. Hasn't fallen for the good old, you know, oh, I'm going Colossus. No, I'm not. I'm going for Charge Lot Archon. And he's, you know, he's still very much on top of his game. He's mixed up a nice composition in this army. He may possibly get a snipe on this Colossus. No, he does not. And actually ends up losing a Viking head. But TLO is making an engage right here through this side door, and he has broken through the gateways. Meanwhile, actually attacking from the left side as well. A couple of EMPs going down on the Colossus, just one, and it ends up that the Colossus will fall down. And TLO making a really nice spread over the Protoss player here. I love this playstyle. Too often we see ball versus ball action and not enough spread action, kind of reminiscent of the good old Brood War style, where players actually had to control armies over vast territories in big battles. And this is really, really smart. It's really hard for Beautiful to deal with this because he has to defend multiple locations at once, and it looks like TLO may get the crush here. He may be able to pincer in all the forces, although the center here looks pretty bad for TLO. Another EMP going off. The Charge Lot's able to eat their way through the Marauders, and oh man, the little one taking a lot of, I don't know if he was able to do enough damage here, and it looks like the little one deciding, hey, maybe time to back off. Now, in terms of that trade, who came out ahead? If we pull up just the army tabs, it seems like the little one, yeah, the little one is pretty far behind, 167 under 132. Beautiful handled that situation pretty well, I must admit. Never, you know, overreacting or panicking, despite the little one trying to make this huge bowl-style concave. It was like a semicircle perimeter and trying to attack from different locations. The Protoss player, though, Beautiful, he never overreacted. He stayed calm, cool, and collected, and he was able to handle that situation really, really well. So kudos to him. And the little one, through that attack, has actually fallen a little bit behind. However, oh my god, we do have a nuclear missile in production. In fact, is that 2 nuclear missiles? No, just 1 nuclear missile in production. So it is coming. In fact, no, it is 2. There's a second one on the way after the Mobius reactor. So, oh guys, hold on to your seats. We may yet see some nuclear action this game. I don't know how TLO is gonna try to use these nukes. I mean, obviously he's very far behind right now, so he's gonna hope to land this nuke at a very good spot, but it's gonna have to be very, very well timed. And you know, out of all the games I've ever casted, I remember casting that epic 40 nuclear missile game. I don't think I've ever seen a nuke really do enough damage to ensure a victory for a player. It's very hard to do, simply because most pro gamers, man, you can see that red dot unless you're colorblind and you can't see it. And that's a whole nother topic altogether, but unless you're colorblind, you can't see it. That dot's pretty easy to see. And here we are. The little one is going to be launching a nuke off into this Nexus, and the cannons are not going to be able to warp up in time, and I think the Nexus will go down as well. And oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, Beautiful running in here with a lot of probes. It's going to be a disaster, and the nuke comes down, and it kills off several probes. In fact, wiping out all the probes. We have nuclear fallout at the Nexus, and oh, Beautiful, man, if he was a few seconds earlier with these Zealots too, we would have lost a ton of Zealots as well. What a nuke. And I was just talking about games not featuring enough money nukes. That in itself was a money nuke. In fact, if we look at the income tab right there, the harvester count is now even. The little one has closed off that gap by a mere 6 or 7 supply. And if we pull up the workers killed tab, 26 workers killed for the little one. That almost all of that being attributed to that nuke entirely. Oh, Beautiful has got to be face palming right now. That was the definition of a money nuke. I mean, if you look it up in a dictionary and you look up the conjugation, the combination of the word money and nuke, you see that missile right there. That's got to be definitely the one of the top 10 nukes of all time. And you know, the thing about that is TLO just bought himself back in this game because he was really far behind, and thanks to that nuclear missile, I don't think he is anymore. So we may see some more nuclear action in this game. I don't know. There's definitely some more arsenal left, some more weapons grade plutonium and uranium still left inside these Ghost Academies. In fact, there's still 2 nuclear missiles left. So we may see some more nuclear action. That was a pretty awesome nuke, though. That was pretty awesome. So, oh, here we go. The little one may possibly be going for an all-out doom drop into Beautiful's main here. Beautiful does see this with his observer though, so he should be well alerted to this dropship coming. The dropship's coming, but he's trying to warp in photon cannons, but the cannons will not be able to get it there in time. And the little one is going to be able to run right in here with all of his forces. He has a couple of ghosts here. I would not be surprised to see a defensive nuke. Yes, I love these nukes. These are so good. These ensure that all these buildings are going to go down, because I mean, what Protoss in their right mind is going to try to defend now when there's 2 nukes falling? Oh, the nukes are coming down, and oh my god, doing so much damage to the Protoss infrastructure. All the buildings going down, and it looks like the little one is going to go ahead and hightail it out of there. Beautiful is going to need some nuclear insurance. I don't even know if they sell anti-nuclear insurance policy. I'm sure the premium on that would be very, very expensive. Hello, we have some Dark Templars here in the mix. The little one drops a comsat, able to take off the DTs, and the 2-pronged attack works wonders. Able to kill off that Nexus for the 2nd time today. There's still a drop going on inside Beautiful's main. And what play by the little one. He's been able to climb himself right back into this game with the 2-pronged harass, the nuclear missiles. Beautifully played, man. This is just an excellent template to which to watch how to play nuclear missile strategy properly. And the little one is showing that you don't need to just use nukes aggressively, but the real key to nuclear missiles, which makes them so good, is the positional territorial advantages they give you. Because when you launch a nuke, you make it so it's impossible for your Protoss opponent to approach that particular location, and you can abuse that so easily as long as you know what you're doing. And the little one sure knows what he's doing. So Beautiful here. What is he going to do? He has quite a few charge lots, 2 weapons and 2 armor. And he has a lot of Templar as well. It looks like he's going to try to make a move here towards the gold expansion of the little one, which isn't quite occupied right now, but he is going to be moving across the map. Looks like Beautiful maybe just be sick and tired of all these nuclear missiles, so he's just going to go for an all-out attack here. But he's got to worry about this Banshee. It's doing pretty good damage to Beautiful's Nexus, and that's got to be a little annoying. Finally goes down there. But yeah, Beautiful here has got to figure something out. The little one is getting some more mining action going on here. He's trying to get, or at least secure, this planetary fortress, although, oh my god, the SCV is running into an absolute hellish pit of zealots there. Another nuclear missile going down. TLO here is going to try to bait the the Protoss forces into the nuclear missile, although I doubt Beautiful is gonna do that. Is he gonna run into that nuke? And actually the nuke ends up getting canceled there by TLO because his Marauders were on the red dot. Nice control there by TLO, but TLO has lost the Nexus, so really big blow here. Colossus goes down, nice Marauder micro, and we have a couple of sniper shot fires going off, and the little one using his dropship to micro the Ghosts out of there as well. Such good micro. Wow, the little one is all over this game. And oh man, Marauders have just encountered some Templars. These Templars, they just came out of the warp gates and they all go down without being able to cast a single one of their spells. Oh, that sucks so bad. And TLO here has enough of an army to possibly make a game-ending push here. I'm not entirely sure what Beautiful's got to defend against this. Oh, it's not looking good at all, and he may end up sacking his Nexus for the third time today, ladies and gentlemen. EMP going down over the Stalkers and the Archons as well. And the Marauders are going to be able to just rip through that Nexus. It goes down almost instantaneously. Another defensive nuclear missile here, guaranteeing TLO to be able to take out not just this Nexus, but this Nexus as well. It looks like the nuke is going to fall, and oh no, the Ghost, the only casualty is the Ghost who launched it himself. And thank goodness Beautiful had some Dark Templars there. For a moment there, I was going to say Dark Archons. What was I thinking? But for a moment, but yeah, thank God Beautiful had Dark Templar there, because if he didn't, the little one would have been able to take out this Nexus as well. And we still have a little bit of a back and forth tug of war here. Beautiful trying to recuperate and rebuild, but he is hanging on by a thread right now. The little one is knocking on the door right now and trying to end this game, because the little one knows he has the advantage. He's got control of this game right now, and Beautiful is just hanging on by the bare skin of his teeth. Feedback going off on the Banshee there, able to pick it off. And now Archon's warping in. Last desperate measure here for the Beautiful, but it's looking really, really bad. The little one has the gold operations going right now, whereas Beautiful really has nothing going. He has no mining at all, and Beautiful's last stand is here. He does have the high ground, but does he have enough to break through the little one? The little one is attacking from all angles, and it looks like the little one is going to be able to do it. Those 3/3 Marauders proving too much for Beautiful, forcing the cancel on the Nexus. Beautiful play. Yes, I did it. I punned it out. Beautiful play by the little one, and just a great game in general. How often do you guys see a game where a nuclear missile actually does what it's intended to do? Nuke the crap out of the Protoss player. And the little one here is just working down. He's just wearing down Beautiful, grinding him down to the bare bones, and that has got to be it for Beautiful. I just don't see him surviving in this game at all. That pylon going down, unpowering all the cannons, and all those zealots that were warping in. Looks like this is going to be the last ditch attempt by Beautiful. He has warped in some high temps, but he decides better of it and decides to call the GG and gracefully leaves this game. Well played indeed. Oh my god, that was such a good game, and money, I repeat, money nuclear missile by the little one. In fact, you know what? Let's just go ahead and rewind that video, because I want to see that nuke one more time. That was so good. I repeat, guys, how often do you guys see a game where a nuclear missile actually does what it's intended to do? It's not often at all. So where the heck is that nuke anyways? Let's see. Ghost Academies, haven't quite researched it yet. There we go. And I can't keep doing this forever. Where's the nuke? There we go. Oh my god, look at all those probes. Look at all those probes. Look at all those probes. Oh, hey, there was a probe that actually survived. Oh no, it went down anyways. So what a nuke, man. Mushroom cloud effect. Nexus is like dying. It's just like just the foundation of it, and the electricity flying out. Beautiful nuke. Alright guys, so once again, thank you for tuning in. This is HD. I'm probably out in Anaheim right now, but be sure to cheer me on if you guys see me, and be sure to subscribe to my videos if you guys haven't. I do appreciate it. And this is going to be HD, signing out till next time.